Morning everyone. Today we will have a discussion on chapter number 5, separation of substances. So let us find out what are the substances. Substances are those which contain one or more than one type of particles. Yes, which contain one or more than one type of particles, either of an element or a compound. They are called substances. For example, your air, water, book, etc. Substances can be divided into two categories. They are divided into two categories: pure substances and impure substances. They can be divided into two types: pure substances and the impure substances. Pure substances are those which have uniform composition. And the components of these substances cannot be divided, cannot be separated by any physical method like filtration or sieving. Means pure substances are those which have uniform composition, and the components of that, different components of that substances cannot be separated into their different forms. Now, impure substances are those which have non-uniform composition, and the different components present in these in any ratio by weight. Means impure substances in which different components are present in any ratio, and these different components can be easily separated. Now, the impure substances in which different components are present in any ratio, they are known as mixture. And in a mixture, different components can be present in any ratio, but each component retain their individual property. Yes, each component retain their individual property. So, what is a mixture? A mixture is an impure substance in which different components are present in any ratio by weight, and each component retain their individual property, and each component had their own and different physical properties like the boiling point, freezing point, solubility, etc. So, substances which contain one or more than one type of particles can be categorized into two types, pure and the impure. And the impure substances are known as the mixture if the components are not present in a fixed ratio by weight. And we can easily separate the different components of the mixture or the impure substances. Now, sometimes there is a need to separate the different components of the substances. So, first of all, find out what is separation. Separation means to divide or to separate two things from one another. Two things from one another is a separation. For example, separation of stones from rice. So, this is an example of separation. We have to do the separation. To obtain a useful component. Sometimes to remove non-useful component. and sometimes to obtain a desirable component. So, to obtain a useful component, to remove non-useful or not desirable component, there is a need to separate different substances, and we have to do that separation on the basis of the properties of different components. Yes, on the basis of the properties of different components, we have to choose any one method of separation. For example, if we want to separate non-useful component which are of different sizes and different color, then we can use the method of hand picking. In the same way, if we have to remove the non-useful component which is light in weight, then we can use the method of winnowing. So, there is a need to separate different substances to obtain any useful component like butter from milk, to remove any non-useful component like stones from rice.